So as Ben and Alice are at the festival with my car, it's left me at home, which is sort of good, forced peace. Today is possibly the hardest day of my fast so far. I actually felt a little bit hungry earlier, or what I deem as hunger, as usual hunger. And what I became aware of is, and one of the reasons that led me to fast in the first place was starting to sense this. I'm tidying my flat right now, and what I used to do rather than tidy my flat is I'd rather eat than tidy my flat. I'd rather put something in my mouth, eat some fruit, eat a snack bar, than do something I don't want to do. So it's like an emotional trigger when I'm having to do something that I'm not really into, or I'm not that bothered about, that I don't want to do. I'll either eat to get me through it, or I'll eat first, or I'll do it and then eat as a reward afterwards. And this is amazing. Like it's all right to fast in a retreat center, but it's really good that I've returned home for some part of it to face these demons, to face the challenge of trying to fast in this environment when normally I would just snack throughout the day, and now I'm in my house for a whole day, not eating. I may as well get the task done, or I should be getting the task done, and these are tasks that should be done anyway. Like, food shouldn't be a priority, but it's interesting to notice that it made me actually feel that hunger, and that shows the emotional attachment to it. So it's an opportunity for me to overcome that, which I'm grateful for. And so one of the things I'm going to do now is empty my fridge of anything that's not, well, raw, vegan. I've got powders and stuff which I don't really use, but they will stay. So we got no. For real, that's a tough one to throw away. These I may as well give to my parents. Marmite and these vegan pots. To be honest, I didn't really have that much in. That's it really. My friend yesterday, he started making kombucha. He gave me a kombucha. Save that. I'm gonna get some organic juices. Oh, look at this. My favorite dressing, seasoning, and it's going away. Goodbye. Shilaji, if you know about that. I've not had that in a while, so I might have that once I break my fast. Not straight away, after a week or so. Some deep minerals. The mug selection. Here's another thing I've been putting on for a while. Cleaning the distiller. So I'm going to do a run with this. If you don't know the importance of a distiller, if you know anyone with one, just open the lid and smell it after it's done a run. It is so toxic, you feel it in your head straight away, and that is in your water. If you drink 4 litres of tap water, you're consuming what is in that stink. And it's hidden by being dissolved in the water and being spread thin. If you want to know more, I did a video on my main channel talking about water. You can check that out, pretty easy to find. But I talk about the importance of a distiller there. Not saying it's the optimum option for humans, but it's the best option if you live in the city, for sure. Just been for a little walk and lay down on the grass, and then the thunder started. It's quite cool. I picked literally some weeds growing in the car park. Although weeds is a human term we've created, it's just a word. But I picked some of them. I've started making a shrine. So these are from the car park. These were fallen leaves from this, but they're really... I'm quite fascinated with things that don't sort of biodegrade. I'm not sure the word, decompose really quickly. They're like dead leaves, but they're still quite sturdy. So I've put them in some water with lemongrass, and the weeds in some water with lavender oil, and the room smelling nice. And I found this, which smelled gorgeous, and I just said a prayer to the plant and then picked it, which a little harsh, but can't be too vegan now. But there's a flower shop that I've never actually been to and bought anything from, and as I'm not spending money on food right now, I'm going to go to the flower shop, see if it's open. This is where I picked my little assortment from. Beautiful. Also, with the heightened smell, which makes flowers great, I do live above an Indian restaurant, which now smells absolutely pungent. Right here. Flower shop was closed. I guess I got all the flowers I was meant to today. Of the 2 books I bought the other day, there's a Joel Fuhrman one and there's an Arnold Ehret one. You might have heard me mention Arnold Ehret from the Mucusless Diet previously. The Joel Fuhrman one was alright. Didn't do too much into fasting, was more recent. But this one it predates the other book I showed you, Science and Fine Arts of Fasting by Herbert Shelton. This is from 1910. And that other one is good. And this one is fire right now. I'm flying through it. Loving the teachings. The Mucusless Diet was alright, but this is like the complete package because it's that and the fasting. And while I'm reading that, I'm currently on Nature's Operation Table. I'm laid flat and without moving my legs. You feel slowly, can sense in my legs a gentle operation going on, kind of like they're in invisible plaster casts, and there's bubbling going on and tingling. And I've got one of the things I really wanted to heal was my inflamed calves and Achilles, especially on my right, and it is just, there's work going off right now, there's construction going off. So it's nice, I get to read my book, operation, and it's not like, 1 hour, it's like I need to do 20, 30, 40 hours over this fast of just lying still. I don't know if it goes off while I'm asleep or not. If it does, then that's hundreds of hours. But if I move or there's tension in the legs, it disappears. Like then I just shook and it sort of starts to dissipate and it slowly creeps back in. It's fascinating, man. That's it for today. One of the toughest days, but ended quite positive. It's 1 AM. I'm not tired, man. I didn't sleep that much last night either. Don't feel like I need much. Oh, yeah. I did just feel something sweet, nectary, and almost slightly minty just drip down the back of my throat. And I've heard people mention that before from other things. But that was very interesting. See how I feel tomorrow. Night, guys. Come for a walk to the park. Hi. He's out of there. Out of there. Gone. Big swing. There we go. You and Josh. Yeah. Yeah.
Get the camera. On the ground by the frame.
Hey, chilling out with the fam.
Wait, let me just put you in the right place.
Doing our own.
We are. It's
Ready. It's a good picture. A good job. Oh yeah, you and the job. Me and Faith are just sharing some mango. Enjoy. I'm not actually going to eat any. Bit jealous of you right now. Some flowers. Yeah. Look at that. When my mind's not on food, I'm observing flowers. These are all wild flowers picked on the side of the road, side of the paths. Don't know the names of any of them, to be honest. Have to learn. Nice, isn't it? Best food in the world, though. Grab one if you want one. Grab the fruit. Grab one, not the box. There you go.
Yeah. Can we play that?
Okay, you've got enough there. You've got enough there for one guy. There you go. This is the worst tease ever. But you put mango to my lips, bro. Go Faith. Go Faith. Go Faith. Go Faith. Yeah. Shut over. Bye, Joshua. See you guys.
You get it?
Yeah, got it. We got it. We got it. Love you guys. See you soon. That was a nice surprise. Family coming over to visit. Bit shattered from kids though. I'm gonna lie down. I got a new notepad. I've got a notepad before, but I wanted to do a separate one just for fasting. What do you know? Recycled, made in the UK, so perfect. One of the big things I've realised about fasting is that I'm gonna write down, when you think of benefits, is not just for myself, but I bought her that mango in a plastic wrapper, yeah. But that's the first thing I've bought in like almost 2 weeks. As in plastic, so the impact on the planet massively declined. Obviously there's other factors, but yeah, massively less impact, zero waste to the maximum. Just been working on my shrine building. All wild flowers that I picked. Put some essential oil in the water. Anyway, I'm going to start lying down for the rest of the night. Read some books, write some notes, go to sleep. These last 2 days have been pretty tough, especially when your nephew is trying to put mango in your mouth. What a tease, eh? Thanks for joining me. If you want to support me, I'll put a link down below actually. I absolutely expect nothing from anyone, but if for me to continue to do this, I really find this hard to do. I'm not asking for money, but for me to continue to do this, and I want to do this, I want to focus on this. This is what I enjoy. I really enjoy exploring these realms, and for me to continue to do it, anything helps. You could buy me a piece of fruit for when I break my fast, and I would be so grateful. But absolutely just watching, liking, commenting. I join you in the comments. That's enough. I love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye bye.